Hello and welcome back to Sarah's country cottage garden. I'm stood at the south of the cottage looking above the hawthorn hedge. I'm not sure if you'll be able to make it out. See if we can zoom in. The montana is flowering across the hawthorn, and then you can make out the hawthorn flowers as well. So there we go. It is the afternoon on a Sunday, so it's a case of if there's anybody walking past, which quite often there will be, so I might have to just be quiet for a few minutes. So the blossom is pretty much ended now on this apple tree. But other things are coming into flower as other things fade. Here that's the hydrangea Annabelle, and I can also see dandelions. They have actually been weeding around there this morning. You'd never know to look at it. They're just so prolific, there's just so many of them. I could do it all day, every day. But today is about 24 degrees, and it is, although that's a nice breeze, rather warm. So let's have a look round and see how everything is. The beech hedge is all into leaf now, and we just need it to carry on growing. I love this view, looking back at the cottage. Hopefully this topiary that I've started last year is gonna be okay and get better. The laburnum there is looking beautiful, the lilac blossom. Soon there'll be roses going over the arch by the front door. It's a very sunny day. Let's go and have another look round. Veronica. Pale pink lupin, and another one to follow. Lilac. And the laburnum. The hedge is just starting to come back now. Tiny little buds, and soon that'll all be green again. And you can see into the front garden. Persicaria hasn't been eaten yet by the deer. Behind it is some achillea. The Nautia is doing well, but I planted that long ago. And there, look at this lupin. And it's May the 11th. Sunday, May the 11th. Ooh, I think some things are really struggling in the heat. We need to get the watering cans out. But the perennial cornflower, that's doing very well. This time, the alliums aren't doing very well. We only seem to have, oh maybe I can see another bud. But for one allium, you know, a lot of leaves but only one flower. Now this naughtier here, I planted last year, and this one here. And they've done so well, that's why I got a couple more. Really are doing ever so well. It's so bright, can you make it out? So here with the arch, we finally got a leaf on the wisteria. So soon, hopefully, that will be galloping away. So now we're at the other side of the hawthorn hedge that we're growing into an arch. And this is our rusty arch. And again, we've got more persicaria, chives, red campion, poppy patties plum. And there's the clematis. That's got quite a few buds on now. It's going to be beautiful, isn't it? All the Nepeta is doing well. This is a different type of geranium. This has got tiny lilac flowers. It looks like it's going to be blooming this week. Here we've got another Veronica. Now I was weeding around here this morning, and unfortunately I had a lovely delphinium stem there, but there was a dandelion, ground elder, bindweed, all within its roots that I was trying to get out, and I've snapped it, unfortunately. I hope it grows back. But as you can see, the echinopsis, despite the ground elder, is doing really, really well. The rose is trying to recover from the deer. Here you can see we've got, oh good grief, mine's gone blank, campanula. Tall lilac-y flowers, bell shape, really pretty. It's such a warm day, look, we've got the parasol up. Also today, I had an acer. You see this pot down here? I had an acer in that, and it was in the corner down here, and in the very shady spot. So we've took it out, and the pot had got so bad with mould and moss and just black. So I've given it a good scrub. That's the best it will do at the minute, and hopefully it'll make a nice pair with the other pot. And I'm not sure if you can make it out. It's in the shade, isn't it? Can you make it out? I love this little view. So here's the Sarah Elizabeth clematis with lots of buds. And look at this astrantia. The Nepeta is covering up our boxing hairs. But the Nepeta and the astrantia and the chives, looking beautiful. You make out the red lily that's out. Oh look, the laburnum's looking really bright now, isn't it? Hopefully that'll grow into a nice little tree. The primula candelabra has grown. This is called apple blossom. I absolutely love it. flowers on the hawthorn. And then the terrace. A new bed in front of the terrace that we're currently creating. I love seeing, I step back, the box balls, they give it a lovely shape, and then the balls of the spears of the alliums, the purple with the green, and then the pale pink of the hydrangea and the pimpernella. Look at the Vigila. And at the moment, I'm going to step into this border because, well, can you see this pot I planted up? Roses, beautiful. But look, we've got catkins from the pussy willow. It's literally covering everything. There's the Vigila. I have another Vigila here, and this one is in a beautiful pale pink. Absolutely stunning. Gosh, it really is warm. So the seedlings that I took up from the gravel path, they've got aquilegia here, and the foxgloves. But I love the alliums. So there we are, looking down at the flat garden. So we've just walked from the south garden, and down there is our flat garden. I love this little wall that we really rebuilt. And the pansies, look, even they're covered. And this rose, everything is covered in catkins. In fact, look at the path. I'm not even crunching as much because it's catkins. This is getting eaten. Not sure what's eating that. Again, that needs the water. Oh, look at all the catkins on that one as well. I do love this wall. Down there you can see the pots by the table and chairs. Here we've got a little rusty blackbird. Our little bunny. And there's our other little bunny. And at the end, there's the mother hen. The roses up there, they're really enjoying that sunny spot. They look beautiful. And the aquilegia. Wow. Did you hear that? It's 4 o'clock. All the catkins on here. They really are everywhere. So there we've got the terrace in work in progress. We've been working on this bed. We've just been weeding this section here and added the pimpernella, and my wonderful stepmother, she's a great plants woman, and she grew these foxgloves. She actually did this as a seedling as well. She provides us with a lot of things, her and my father. And anyway, so we planted this acer that was in the pot down on the bottom path, and we planted this ball. It's not as old, it's not as big, but it has been restricted in a pot for quite a few years, so it isn't as big as those other two. And a little bit yellow probably from being in the pot, but hopefully now it'll recover and it'll give it a nice show. So hopefully eventually we can have a nice border going down here, the continuation of these box balls. And then, because we've got another racer over there, so we'll just, and keep them small, won't let them grow too big. And then plant with the alliums. So we've got like a nice purple and pink theme going on. And here we've got, I planted aconitum. So I've given that a support, because I'm not sure how tall that one will grow, but the ones that we have in the flat border can be about 8 feet. But they are growing for light. We were out here till very late last night. So it was about 9:20 and the light was fading, but what was pretty was all the little lights that were coming on. So one day I need to, I really do need to do a video at night with candles and lanterns and show you all the pale pink Aquilegia, and then the rest, the last remaining flowers from the forget-me-nots. These are self-seeded forget-me-nots. And then as we come to our sitting area, the pots. I fleeced these pots when we had some colder spells this week, and they've done well. They're all beginning to flower. A froth of whiteness. The little bucket hanging up on the hook, it's one of the citronella candles. Being here in the country and being surrounded by brooks, so having said that, the brooks are very low at the moment. We do have a lot of midges. The tractors are all out, very busy at the minute. Everywhere's very dry, very hard. The ground is very hard. Everything is still flowering. Alliums. More astrantia there, and that's a new seedling this year. I have planted lavender next to the roses. It's still got remnants of garlic powder on it. And we have a bud. And we've got rosebuds in here. Let's walk to the end. Geums. Look at those Aquilegia there. They are tall, aren't they? You can see how tall they're growing. They must be 4 foot. No, 4.5 foot. because I'm 5'2", 5'3", and they're not much smaller than me. So you can see them growing for the sun. The aconitum here and the phlox, especially the aconitum, it must grow to about 8-9 feet. The new bed is doing well. The shady beds. Our compost bays. So we now need to finish this border. I've been digging up stone, so creating a new bed. And until we dig up enough more stone, this is where Robert's been weeding a bit around here. So we have done a lot of weeding. This was all full of weeds. And so this little bed here that we created, we're going to use this wood across here, along here, and create a border. Eventually we'll replace the wood with stones. We'll have gravel paths, do 2 raised beds with sleepers. So we need to lift these and get a membrane down and get the gravel paths in place. So let's have a look. Our hill. Fluffy clouds. The cottage. The pussy willow. Our little arch. Our picket fence. So I have some more pieces. These are all made by pallets. You'll know that if you've watched my previous videos. And I've got some more of the slats. And you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to make a gate, a wooden gate for this. And wouldn't it be nice? Now, I need a jigsaw. I need to get hold of a jigsaw. Now I know my dad's got one. I need to borrow it. Because what I'd like to do is make a gate for there, but cut it like that. So you create a circle there, and it just gives a nice shape to it. And then the 2 middle slats, just cut out a little heart. Whether I'm capable of doing that, I don't know. But it was an idea that came to me yesterday. So that's what I like about gardening, how things just evolve. Everybody knows this is to keep our deer out. That's why we put this up. And it's working. Because these are the biggest rose bushes they've ever been while we've lived here. My David Austin roses. Only a few months to go and hopefully that horrible green fencing will disappear. And the new bills are complete. Where we like to sit with a nice cup of coffee or something cool and relax. But not for long, because in this garden there is just so much to do. A small little project that I'd like to do is I was in B&M Bargains a week ago. I was passing through my way to the dentist and they had these wonderful mirrors. I'm sure it was only like £10 or £12. Well, I've got a pallet here. I'm going to stay in it, and I'm going to hang a mirror from it. I'm going to grow a clematis up and round it. I just thought it'd make it like really cottagey. So anyway, we'll see if that happens. And look at this rhododendron flower. It needs to go in the ground, but I'm not sure where it's going yet. The Portuguese laurels that I'm training to standards, they're doing well. But right now everything is getting covered. Look, our concrete slab, and it's covered. Can you see the earth there? It's covered in catkins. This looks like it needs a drink. Shut that gate and we'll take you to another. I love this. I love this little gate and little fence. I love our windows. It's all the little bits and pieces that give it interest, isn't it? Oh, and look what's coming to flower. I'm not sure if you can make it out, but there is so much more catkins to fall. Everything really will be covered in a layer of fluffy catkins. They can look a bit like a caterpillar, can't they? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed our little walk around. The Aquilidra over there is still doing well. Anyway, I'll end it here. My beautiful wall. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.